Thanks for checking out the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to see me play your deck, hang out with me in the amazing BoshNRoll community in Discord, access to my lists and sideboard guides before tournaments, book an individual coaching session, or just generally want to support what's going on here, check out the Patreon and YouTube membership options. For the finest Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, use code BoshNRoll for 10% off your order at coalesceapparel.shop. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. If you want to play what I'm playing, use my affiliate link to support the channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com and play any deck anytime on Magic Online with a cardhoarder.com loan account. Thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy at the request of fellow content creator and friend of the show, TonyScapone's. I am playing the Epic Gamble, but this is the Izzet Splash. Tony is, of course, a streamer and YouTuber known for innovating the Epic Gamble Storm deck. He sort of took the best parts of Ruby Storm and many of the engines of the Epic Storm and smashed them together into a unique Storm archetype. And he's been out there doing it with it. He has at least one leaving a Legacy Open top 8. He just, in the past 2 weeks, top 8'd the Legacy Pit Open in Richmond. He's doing real stuff out there with a deck of his own design, which cannot be said of most Legacy players these days. Shout out to Tony for that and his success. Turns out Tony has a splash color build for every splash color that is possible. The main Epic Gamble deck is mono red, and you could check that out on my channel or on Tony's. Probably Tony's would be a better place to get real information about it, but I've certainly played it a few times. And Tony, as a deck builder, a deck explorer, has built a splash version with every other color. And he said he's going to roll them out to my channel one at a time as he gets around to it. And here is the Izzet version. Let's talk about the core of the deck first, and we'll talk about what this splash offers. Now, the core of the deck is Echo of Eons and Birgi. Basically, the front half of Birgi makes all your spells free or mana positive, and then the back half of Birgi just lets you rip through your deck and storm out on your opponent. Both halves are extremely relevant to the deck. Echo of Eons, this is the gamble target, and you'll notice that this version only has one gamble, and it's in the sideboard. Significantly fewer than the mono red version, which has 3 in the main plus 1 in the board. The namesake card down to just a Burning Wish target here, but it's still there, so you can keep calling it Epic Gamble. The goal of the core deck is to gamble Echo of Eons into your graveyard and then cast it and draw 7 cards and then draw 7 more cards and then draw 7 more cards until your opponent is dead, because your deck is full of zeros, and if you have Birgi, you're floating all that mana as well, and you have a bunch of ways to draw cards and store up cards for later. This blue splash version, though, a lot of that stuff is gone. The base red version has more soul lands. There's only 2 Ancient Tombs in this deck. The base red version has significantly more. I don't know the exact number, and I don't want to give you the wrong information, but it's somewhere between 4 and 8, because those are used to cast Defense Grid, which is not a card that this build needs because we get Force of Will. We're a blue deck. And all the card selection, the way that the mono red version is working so hard to see more cards, the blue version gets Brainstorm, Ponder, Expressive Iteration, and Narset. Narset, of course, has the dig through time of just activating her twice, seeing a bunch of cards. And she is the old Breacher Echo combo with Narset and Echo instead of Hull Breacher. Tony mentioned Hull Breacher. I watched one of his videos playing this deck for some homework, and he mentioned Hull Breacher, but Birgi is just better, and you can't just jam 64 cards in your deck. The space has to come from somewhere. And Birgi is the better one for this deck for sure. But Narset Echo still hanging out here. It's a line that I'm sure will come up. This build can grind a little better. Like, Expressive Iteration is not a card typically seen in Storm decks. I like the staying power of just having a real blue draw engine in your deck. And I like the explosion power of Brainstorm in a Storm deck, which Ad Nauseam Tendrils and the Epic Storm both play Brainstorm. This isn't unheard of, but it's never been seen in a Ruby Storm variant before. The ability to just supercharge your hand Like, obviously, Brainstorm plus Fetchland is a core legacy interaction. Many decks are built on the ability to see many cards and then shuffle away the bad ones. This deck is kind of using Brainstorm to draw 3 cards and then immediately cast them all, kill your opponent. Very dynamic, exciting stuff. And at the top of all of this activity, it's a Burning Wish deck. You've got your Tendrils, you've got your Peer into the Abyss. Oh, glad I zoomed in on that one. That's the wrong Tendrils. I really wish Magic Online would let us set default arts. I'm always mortified when I end up in a league with the ugly Tendrils. Okay, now we have the good Tendrils. Peer into the Abyss. There's an Echo of Eons in there. Void Snare is a bounce spell if you need to clear some hate. Empty the Warrens, Galvanic Relay, Pyroclasm, Grape Shot, Shattering Spree, and Gamble are all cards in your Burning Wish board. And that's the deck. We've taken sort of a half step closer to God's Truth, aka the Epic Storm, by adding the blue cards back in. Epic Storm is mostly a base Grixis deck with a green splash for Veil of Summer, and we've went from mono red to blue red, so 50% of the way to the back to home base by adding all these cantrips. Force of Will, though, not a Storm deck in the format plays Force of Will because they're all Ad Nauseam decks, and that's not a card that really works with Ad Nauseam that well. This is a cool innovation. We're not doing that, so we get the 5-drop interaction. Tony did say about this deck, and these are his words, it's very powerful, very difficult to pilot, considerably worse versus Delver, and that's why I don't play it, LOL. Good feedback, good to know. One of the strengths of the Epic Gamble is how hard it just like pounds into Delver and overloads their interaction. And exposing yourself to Pyroblast, exposing yourself to cheap interaction, Wasteland's better because you have fewer soul lands. There's no Grim Monolith in this build, which is in the Epic Gamble. I can see how that would be a problem, but in exchange we get real cantrips. I'm excited to try it. Maybe we'll dodge Delver for the league. Let's go do this thing. This is TonyScapone's Izzet EPIC Gamble. I'm on the play here with a Force of Will, and I could see a bunch more cards. This isn't really explosive, but blue deck, baby. I'm going to keep. And the funny thing about this is that I am showing big Izzet Delver energy. Volcanic Island Mishra's Bauble. They're not expecting Storm. I'm going to bauble them now, though, which should sort of indicate that I am not playing Delver, because Delver would want as many cards as possible. Caracas. That's probably a good sign. Caracas can bounce Burgie, though. Let's see if they're a Bant deck or... Okay. Just getting shwasted. This is starting to look like Death at Taxes with just an aggressive Wasteland like that. Okay, I'll try this again. Oh no. Well, time to brainstorm and hope we find something. Okay. No problem. No problem. Were you worried? Because I'm not. I think I want to use Overmaster just to cantrip. I'm not getting counterspell energy from this deck. I'll just draw a card. I've also now given away... Oh, they lied to me. Okay. Oh, what the shit? It's lands with a blue splash? Okay. I'm not going to counter an exploration. Alright, alright. They're up to something cool. We're both getting weird about it. I will force a crop rotation. Another Overmaster. I think I want to EI here. Off of Lotus Petal. I can Petal. Blue-red. The idea of casting Expressive Iteration off a Lotus Petal is so fucking funny. Okay, I'm going to put Burgie in my hand. I know they have Caracas, which is the awkward part about all this. Okay, Burgie in hand. Opal on the bottom, exile Petal. Then I'm going to play Petal and Ancient Tomb and pass the turn. I would love to just put Burgie into play, but I think I can do some crazy stuff next turn if I just wait. There's the Caracas. Disappointing. I hope they tap out of it. Just play an Uro or something. That doesn't matter. Dark Depths. Okay. Crop rotation is lethal here. Except I have Force of Will. Alright, I think I need to leave the blue in the pool and use... I'm gonna cast Burgie. And then I can cast Bauble, get a red. They bounce her in response. and I can brainstorm, get another red. Or that's just in there, which means I can EI instead and get red off it. It looks like they're saving up for a crop rotation kill because it's right there. The Caracas Bounce Bergie is literally right there. It's face up. A Narset in my hand. Narset on the bottom. Exile Mountain. Play my Mountain. Maybe I shouldn't have played that yet. If I find a blue source, I'll be disappointed. Overmaster. Romox can pitch. I'm just gonna chill here and force a will this crop rotation. That's how I want to play this. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. Just the way they've played this is pretty clear what they're doing. Or at least what they're representing. I don't know what they're actually doing. Oh my god, a crop rotation? What? What? And they sacked the Caracas to do that too. Okay. Bergie lives. Bergie rides again. And they're drawing Exploration because they didn't get their shuffle. Hopefully that card's bad. Okay, just passing the turn. Alright, Queen Bee, let's go to the head here. I guess I should brainstorm first. Brainstorm's got to find something here, though. Narset and Seagate Restoration. Can I actually cast this card? Probably not. But I can chalk it in as my land and then cast it with... If I put the 2 Chromoxes back... Nope. That's not what I need to do. Just an artifact short here. If I put back Mox Opal and Chromox, or... Oh yeah, because I got to put something back. But Chromox pitching Seagate Oracle is probably better than playing it as a land. So if I put back Opal and Chromox, yeah, that's the same thing. Okay, yeah. But I am pitching the Seagate Restoration rather than playing it as a land. 8 Lotus Petal. And Narset's going to see those 2 artifacts that I don't want, and then some other card. 2 other cards. Blue, blue, Narset. Alright, deck, let's get weird. Something good in the bottom 2 cards here. Something good. There's an Echo that I can't cast, but also a Brainstorm that I can't cast. Alright, I'll store up the Echo for next turn. Let them know they're on notice. And... guess I'm gonna attack. They can't cast Endurance with the mana that they have. Okay, go. Don't kill me. Yeah, they didn't even play a land last turn in their lands deck. They didn't play their Exploration out that they had either. Maybe they do have Endurance, but they would have had to pitch cast it. Ooh, what is this blue-red? Oh, Dak Fade? No. That's pretty good. Target yourself. Loot, 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 loot. Leave my Chromox alone. Alright. Just gotta find an LED and we're ripping. Okay, I'm gonna Narset first. There's multiple LEDs in this pile. I'll take one of them. And Brainstorm floats me the red, but cost me the blue. Okay, they just conceded to the LED. I don't think I was gonna Brainstorm there. Just having blue up post Echo seems more important than whatever short-term gains I get here. I don't know, maybe that's wrong, but didn't need it. Okay, we're playing against some like Stryfopile-esque lands deck. Echoing Truth seems relevant against Meryl Age. They probably are a force deck now that we've seen Dak. Sometimes lands just has some blue mana for like Uro or something, but if you have Dak Faden, if you're that far down the blue pipeline, I expect force. Echoing Truth. I don't want to go too deep because Lynn should be a pretty good matchup. Like, ley lines would stop Uros and Loams from happening, but I don't really want that to be part of the game anyway. Don't think I need Pyroclasm. Yeah. One card out here. What is the worst card in this deck? It's probably an Overmaster or a Mishra's Bauble. Bauble's pretty important for turning on Opal. This build doesn't have the defense grids or Grim Monoliths. Alright, I'm just going to shape Overmaster for Echoing Truth and go in like that. All right, we have the Echo. I'm gonna keep just a Lion's Diamond away from Rippin'. Burning Wish, okay. I could get Bergie into play right now, or I could just cast Ponder and pass the turn. I'm just gonna Ponder. Let's start with that. Lotus Petal Narset. Do I want Narset? Probably. I'm gonna put Narset in my hand and pass the turn. Because Narset picking up LED and then LED Echo with Narset in play is GG. I gotta expect some interaction from my opponent though. They're a blue deck and a red deck. Okay, that is one of the cards that I thought about dumping out Chrome Box to get ahead of, but whoops. This turn just got harder. How do I want to do this? I could just Burning Wish for Shattering Spree right now and set up a multi-turn thing. I think that's a viable decision. Do I want to pitch Bergie to Chrome Mox also this turn? I think I do. That gets me an extra red for the future. And I'm going to need both red mana and large quantities of mana. I'm going to grab the Shattering Spree and invest in the future. Turboing out Bergie does get ahead of Sphere of Resistance because you just get your mana back as long as you can pay it up front. It cancels out the first sphere. Went for Wasteland, took out a red source instead of a raw mana source. Oh, crop rotating for another Wasteland probably. The aggressive line. I respect it. Okay, cool. I can still kill Sphere of Resistance this turn. And I'm drawing a land. I believe it's a Scalding Tarn if I remember correctly. It is indeed. I'm not going to fetch my basic because I am trying to cast Narset next turn. I'll dump my Petal out here while I can in case they have a second sphere. And pass the turn. I can just cast Narset through another sphere if they have that. Oh, hell yeah. Good for you. It's party time. They pitched another Force of Vigor to that. Okay. Gross. Come on, Lion's Eye Diamond. Bergie. Alright, I'm continuing to develop mana, but now my hand is mono 3-drops. Lion's Eye Diamond does the thing. Versus Saga. Okay. They have a threat on the board now. Come on, mana. Mana. Okay, Brainstorm. Let's go. Don't Hull Breacher me. Alright, there's LED and Overmaster. GG. Put back Bergie and EI. Fetch. I'll just keep going. Or no, I still have another land this turn, so I should leave my blue land in the deck. I'm gonna Lion's Eye Diamond first, and then Overmaster. This way they don't know to Force of Will the LED. If Force of Will is the last card in their hand. Beseiju. This only matters if they also have Graveyard Hate. I'd sack that for blue. And Echo of Eons, uncounterable. Where did that get me? Not that far, honestly. Am I supposed to Brainstorm for the next Echo here when I'm mostly out of gas? I think I'm just going to pass the turn. So, alright, I'm the combo deck. Let's Brainstorm. On another Force of Will, if I put Bergie and Anti-Diamond on top, or Bergie and EI. I don't want two Narsets unless they pitch the first one. Right, I'm going to put back Bergie and EI. And we've seen multiple ways to destroy artifacts. But we've also seen the spheres, but I can counter spheres. I guess I can counter Force of Vigors too. I'll just pass the turn with forces in hand. I did actually sequence this wrong. If I need to force with both of these forces, I messed up. I think I should have put Lotus Petal 2 cards down. I'm gonna force this pitching Narset. Oh no, I'm getting Pyroblasted. This is a line that somebody who had played this deck before would know how to do, that I don't know how to do. Alright, well, literally have to force this thing. And now I'm getting punished for not putting EI where I can find it. Oh no, blue mana. Also a Flusterstorm deck? Disgusting. Alrighty then. Okay, they have successfully shoved their sphere of resistance through. I'm going to spend this turn dropping the artifacts that I could have just had in play already. Tight. And I'm drawing Expressive Iteration. 3 cards in their hand. They can do Saga stuff. Not making a construct, just tutoring. Wow, failed to find. Okay. Oh no, they didn't fail to find. They just got a Mox Diamond that went straight to the graveyard. Second sphere. I think they're going to be okay. I can Expressive Iteration. Basically, what that would be trying to do is turn Lotus Petal into a land drop, because I can't Burgie from here. I think this is worth doing. Any land pays this out. If I miss on a land, this has been horrendous. Oh no. Horrendous confirmed. Alright, I can't even cast Burning Wish, so I think I want Petal in hand. Or I could... Well, the next land can Burning Wish and float, but I don't think that helps. Petal in hand. Oh shit. Can I Control Z that? Okay, good. Burning Wish on the bottom, exile Chromox. Yeah, I almost exiled the Wish. Whoops. Okay, beating double Sphere of Resistance. The Shattering Spree is in my deck somewhere from when we shuffled it in before. This one is slipping away. Turns out when your opponent has Sphere of Resistance hate pieces and Red Blast and Flusterstorm in their deck. Okay. Thank you for that. My opponent just zapped my LED with Beseiju. I'll take a real land here, absolutely. Alright, I'm going to get to cast Burgie. I play Seagate Restoration, and I will pay the 3 life. Begin the combat phase of the game. Another Thespian stage. Oh no, don't do stuff. Blue Blast, oh no. I will spend 2 mana on my Lotus Petal, invest in the future, and ship it. Exploration, sure. They haven't had a land for several turns, that doesn't matter. What's up, Narset? Grind, grind, grind. I will take this Burning Wish, I think. Let's see. LED's actually really close. Burning Wish gets me... I could just make some empty tokens. Yeah, there's not like a backup Pulverize or anything. I'll take Burning Wish and pass the turn. Wasteland, okay. Oh, copying Wasteland with Thespian Stage. That's smart. It's the full evil denial. Yeah, Ancient Tomb. One of the better cards I could draw, honestly. There's an Echo and an EI. I can EI. Or I could just put Echo in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm a mana short of casting it. Notably, if I took LED last turn, I could Echo now, but they're hellbent anyway, and I'm losing to their board. I'm going to take the Iteration. I'm actually going to expose my Ancient Tomb here to cast EI with the most options. Alright, glad I did that. Burgie in hand. Force of Will on the bottom, exile Lotus Petal, which I can play. Alright, go ahead. They can copy their Wasteland again, waste me, and then waste me again next turn. I'm basically dead on the spot to a Life from the Loam. And making their copies. Probably going to take out the Ancient Tomb here. Yep. Finally drew a land. Mox Opal. Alright, so I pay 5 for Burgie here. There's something. Now that undoes one of the spheres, so I could maybe climb the ladder up into some medium-sized Burning Wish thing next turn. They didn't Wasteland me. They must have drawn Crop Rotation. Okay, so each of these costs 1. So I have 5 mana, 4, 3, 2, 3. I'll start with this Opal. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. The first one costs 2. And then what happens? You can play the Chromox, which at least turns on the Opal. And I'm not going to do the Imprint. What is the play here? Or was I just supposed to cast Burning Wish for empty and then next turn do a bunch of stuff? None of these effectively remove anything from play. Guess I'm going to wish for Do I have to wish for Void Snare and then try to like Void Snare next turn plus go big with Bergie? Or do I get empty and try to scrap this game out with 1/1s? I think Void Snare is the way. I just don't really see a path to victory with 2 spheres in play, and I don't really want to risk my Bergie to an Endurance. We know their last card in hand is a spell because they've been making land drops forever. I guess if you waste me with your last Thespian stage, then Crop Rotation and Dark Depths aren't an out anymore. That's probably what they're playing around. Okay. If you drew Endurance, you got me, but I'm gonna attack. After they didn't cast it last turn, I think they don't have it. Yeah, I missed 3 damage, but it was for a good cause. There is a basic island left in my deck for mana here. There's 3 Volks and 1 of each basic in the deck. I am a Brainstorm deck, so I'm not going to fetch right away. LED, okay. We're getting there. And their own spheres are locking out Punishing Fire as an out to Bergie. Maybe I'm supposed to commit the LED, but we've seen Force of Vigor also. Okay. They drew another Wasteland, like an actual natural Wasteland, which was their draw for turn, which means I'm okay to attack again. Ooh. Showing me something else in your hand. Another sphere. Jeez. All right. Well, there's that. Let's hope this Bergie goes the distance, because I don't have another plan at this point, except draw my Shattering Spree. 1, 2, 3. Mishra's Baubles in play. And then that gives me 3 mana to cast LED temporarily. Might as well commit my things to the board. Storming isn't really going to happen. Then I'll bauble you and see the 4th sphere of resistance. Okay, jokester. I like the cut of your jib over there. Man, that one turn I didn't attack with Bergie, they could be on a 2-turn clock instead of 3. Have sphere of resistance. Can they not play it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can play it. Oh, I have force backup now. Let's go. We're just going to Delver him out. Attack for 3 with force backup. Okay, opponent's at 6. Played a Taiga. That was their draw for the turn. They're holding Sphere of Resistance. I'm not casting that. Yeah. This Force of Will is probably going to win the game for me, unless they draw exactly Caracas. Okay, they could be dead right now, but I don't regret playing careful earlier. Moment of truth. What do you got? Dark Depths, no! Well, it could be worse. They have to make Dark Depths to block, and then I can bounce the Merit Lage with Void Snare. Alright. Attack. This costs them 2 lands. Bummer. Live in Fear of Endurance, and opponent stabilizes at 3. Well, at least they're at 3 and not 6. I'm still playing this game because they're at 3 and not 6. Bergie dies. They've seen the Void Snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do they have a Red Blast? Oh no. Oh no. No! They do actually have an interaction spell here. And I'm 1 mana, or no, I'm 2 because of Chrome Mox. Was there a sequence where I could force this back? You can't use LED to pay for force. Alright. Very good game. That's why they didn't play the other sphere. They did have a spell the whole time. Well, I have under 7 minutes on my clock. I better win this last one quickly. This game brought to you by Being Afraid of Endurance. Shattering Spree. I still haven't seen Old Loam. Gotta imagine it's in the deck, but... Alright, I'm just submitting the same deck again, and I'm going to try to go fast. We haven't seen a force. We've seen a lot of 1-mana interaction, but not a lot of 0-mana interaction. On the play, I mean, if they are a Force of Will deck suddenly, I'm in trouble. If they're not, this is a great start. And I'm all in, so if you are a Force deck, you got me. Echoing Truth, Mox Opal. Do I want Ancient Tomb as my land drop? I don't currently have red mana available. I guess if this gets countered, I'm going to wish I had played out my land. I can also just float red on Opal before it's too late. Or they could force a Vigor right now. All right, I'll float blue, and those die. Pitching life from the loam. And now I get to float red because I have a blue in the pool. And I can echo with a red floating. Or I could echo with 3 red floating. I'm going to use my Ancient Tomb. All right, cool. We got a spin. Left the red floating. Brainstorm, EI. I could Chrome Mox pitching Brainstorm, cast EI, or I could Chrome Mox pitching EI, cast Brainstorm. Brainstorm is the more mana efficient one. EI gives me 2 cards. Do I need 2 cards? I don't think so. I'm going to go for mana efficiency here. Exile EI, cast Brainstorm, 2 Burning Wishes, and an Overmaster. That's not really what I wanted. I put back Volcanic Island and Scalding Tarn. What does Burning Wish do here? Could get Gamble. Gamble's a shuffle. Alright, yeah, I'm going to Burning Wish for Gamble. Get the Gamble in my hand. I'm going to play the Bauble because I actually do want that to happen. And then Gamble for Echo. The Echo ended up in my graveyard, but I don't have any mana floating. Okay. And I am going to Bauble them now because Force of Will's in my deck. Thespian Stage on top. Okay. So I have Echo ready for next turn. I did just Echo them, so this is not a hand they kept on purpose. Let's see if it does anything important. They just passed the turn. Okay. Lotus Petal. I mean, passing priority might be a mistake, but they had their chance and didn't take it to interact. Blue, 1/2. Echo. This isn't red mana, or else I would have overmastered. Green doesn't do what they needed to here. Oh god, what the fuck is this? It's Veil of Summer. Oh, crop rotation. Oh no, they got me. They can crop rotate for a red source. I should have overmastered. I'm such a dummy. I guess if I overmaster, they crop rotation for Bajuka Bog, though. Oh, Flusterstorm, even worse. Yeah, got me good on that one. Okay, so I'm going to... Storm is 4 now. I'm going to Brainstorm off this Lotus Petal. Try to get another situation going. My Echo is still in my sideboard, right? Yes, okay. Put back Overmaster and Bauble. Oh wait, I already played my land per turn. Shit. Alright, I guess this is a next turn line. Thought I had a land drop still. Lost track of the turn. I guess it was turn 2. A lot's happened already in this game. Sphere, fuck my life. I'm gonna fetch because now I don't want that Mishra's Bauble. I'm kind of stressing out about the clock too, which I don't really need to do probably, but I'm doing it anyway because it's me. All right, I can cast these 2 LEDs and cast Burning Wish and then Echo with some mana floating. And they can't do anything because of their sphere. Maybe I was supposed to empty the warrants here, but I'm going to Echo. Blue, 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 red, red, red. Echo leaving 1 of each floating. There's 1 Echo left in my 75 right now. Chrome Mox can pitch. No blue cards here. I could pitch the Force without major cost. But all these just invest in the future. Alright, I'm gonna exile Force of Will. Yeah, I'm just gonna invest in future mana here. And pass the turn. If I just overmastered. No respect for crop rotation. Blew it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bergie. Brainstorm. Put back Force of Will and the land. Then Opal pays for itself. Petal. And I can 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can exactly empty here. Make black for funsies to scare my opponent. Shit. Alright, they're not scared anymore. Man, this Flusterstorm Pyroblast deck. Not cool. I am not going to pay for these. and then I'm going to pass a turn. Oh, that last game, that 3 points where I was playing around a flashed endurance are going to haunt me for life. I can't play around endurance now. Just got to attack for 20 in a minute 14. I'm just going to fetch now so I can F6. Didn't want the Mishra's Wobble on top of my deck. In for another 3. Fetch now so I can F6. When a crop rotates. Okay, so I am just dead to Merit Lage. Good games. Yeah, there was that cautious play in game 2 that cost me the match. And their deck is just aggressively constructed not to lose to combo. And really cool. I haven't seen this build of lands with all these Flusterstorms and Hydro and Pyroblasts in it. So good for you. On to the next one.
You come here to level up at Magic. To level up as a software engineer, check out the new YouTube series Dev Better, hosted by the founder of 7 Factor Software and Magic player, Jeremy Duvall. 7 Factor's small teams of high-performing engineers build custom mobile apps, APIs, and highly scalable systems for Fortune 500 companies and ambitious startups with great ideas. If you'd like to hire 7 Factor, or maybe join their team, contact them through their website at 7factor.io. And don't forget to subscribe to 7 Factor's YouTube for every episode of Dev Better.
On the play with an Echo, unprotected, but I'm going to keep. All right, let's start casting spells. Again, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal. I can wish for a second Echo and try to set up a backup if the first one doesn't work. Red, Colorless, Burning Wish. Get the other Echo. Or is there an Overmaster in the sideboard? There's not. Okay. I'll get the backup Echo. Lion's Eye Diamond. Chrome Mox, no imprint. I think getting it into play is better than not. Blue, Echo. How'd we do? They do have a force. Pitching Bladed Agent. Okay. I need a mana source, and I get my other Echo. This is kind of a tempo deck. Like, Infect does have aspects of tempo to it. Like, it is a Force of Will, and sometimes days, like some small number of days in the deck usually. I cannot afford to use my Lotus Petal on Burning Wish here, because that takes all my mana off, takes me off Metalcraft, and I lose the petal. Noble Hierarch. How much poison am I taking? Mana? Hate my life. Force of Will is cheese. Scam strats. Scale up, that's 6, 7. So if you have 1 point of poison, I am dead. Alright, deck, it's time. Alright, wise guy. Alright, we're dead. Just making sure there's not a sorcery that makes 3 mana I can wish for. There's not. Alright. Yeah, and I don't have the mana to like wish for Pyroclasm. GG. Against a control deck, we would have had more time to find another mana source, even if they did force the first Echo. But yeah. Bad against tempo, confirmed. Is there anything that I want to do in the main deck? I could bring this Echoing Truth in, try to take the pressure off. Overmaster seems kind of important. Can I cut a Ponder? Is that the worst card left in this deck right now? I don't need 2 Pyroclasms in the sideboard. I can wish for 1 and play the other. So there's another cut. Maybe it is Mishra's Wobble. I can see an argument for Narset in a fast matchup like this, but she's also one of your combo engines and one of your draw engines. All right, I'm doing this version. I am going to mulligan this hand. It's way too slow. Okay, I mean, this one at least develops while being slow. Right, I'll keep and send one of the Volcanic Islands to the bottom. We know they're a Force of Will deck, and they know I'm an Echo of Eons deck. I don't mind slowing down a little bit, because we probably have to anyway. Jamming turn 2 Expressive Iteration is interesting because there's enough zeros in this deck that it's pretty likely to hit. All right, I'm gonna play my numbers on that. A lot of zeros in this deck. Ooh, Force of Will pitching Blighted Agent on that. Sure. Okay. Yeah, deal. Either this is an opponent who has a turn 2 kill and just needed 1 turn to execute on it, or they have multiple counter spells, or they're just trigger happy. Those are the 3 possibilities there. Just draw Lion's Eye Diamond, make this easy. Bergie. I'm going to play Seagate and Bergie. If they daze this, it's a daze out of their hand and slows down their game. I could Burning Wish or Gamble and cast Gamble right there, but if I discard the LED instead of the Echo, it's really bad. Hierarch. Am I dead to double Invigorate? Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's one extra. All right, how about don't have double Invigorate? All right, 0 Invigorate. That's a good number. Brainstorm and Burning Wish. All right, Burning Wish, what do you do? I could play the numbers here. Burning Wish for Gamble, play Gamble, and then I have a 75% chance to get away with it. I could also just Brainstorm. I guess the Brainstorm's free, so I might as well do it. Get the mana back from Bergie right away. Multiple Burning Wishes. I could play Narset and then just minus. Put back Brainstorm and one of the wishes. This gives me more looks at LED. And I still have mana floating to Burning Wish if I want to. Activate Narset and Brainstorm, Force of Will, and that Burning Wish. Could Brainstorm again. We're still in the fair zone where that could happen. Could Force of Will to keep myself alive, and then Burning Wish next turn and activate Narset again. Burning Wish for Grape Shot, I would normally use to stabilize the board, but Ankmoth Nexus is their creature right now. I could Burning Wish for Ponder. That's a line in my deck right now, because I boarded out Ponder. I'm actually going to try that. That sounds reasonable. And Burning Wish might be scary enough to sniff out a counterspell. Okay, it was not scary enough to sniff out a counterspell. I'm 1 mana short of Galvanic Relay for a gazillion. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Ponder. It's not sexy, but I like it. I like casting Ponder. It's 4 more looks at Lion's Eye Diamond. None of those are Lion's Eye Diamond. One of them is free mana, though. Like, Bauble does make red. Then I can Burning Wish with 2 floating. It's still not enough. I'm going to shuffle this. And we found the LED. What is the backup plan here? Okay, I can just get 2 Echoes. I play LED. And go down to 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 short of echoing twice. No Overmaster in the sideboard is a bummer. Okay, I mean, I'm going to keep going here. Storm is 7. Could make it 8. My life total... Their life total doesn't matter. My life total doesn't matter. If I pop this for blue, what do I wish for? I could, like, put a red card in my hand. I could get Gamble. Okay, I'm going to sack this for blue now. And then Wish can get... Oh, wait. This is great, because I can get Galvanic Relay, and then if they counter the... Oh, I should have gotten 2 Echoes. Yeah, shit. I forgot that Bergie was going to make the extra mana. All right, I'll get Gamble. And Gamble for a second Echo. That does the same thing, right? Gamble pays for itself. And I get another Echo. Then I Echo, leaving a blue in the pool. This Echo makes the 3 for the other Echo. Okay. That ended up working, despite myself. Okay, now I can Tendrils. I would like to find an Overmaster, though. I'm going to cast my Brainstorm. No Overmaster or blue mana. Guess I should put my good cards on top of the deck in case this doesn't work. Or I could just empty and hope I'm alive. Oh, right, I echoed my opponent with Narset in play. I'm likely alive. Oh, and they can't Force of Will because they only have 1 card. Easy. Too easy. I'm going to put Echoing Truth and Ponder on top of the deck. And then I'm going to Burning Wish, hold priority, and get Tendrils. Make black. Okay. Yeah, the passive Narset exiling all their stuff, or removing their hand from play, was great. All right. I see it. I get it. Old Izzet Echo deck. Completely forgot I get to Mind Twist my opponent along the way here. That was great. All right, clumsy hands, but I'm navigating. serious question. Do I ever want to wish for Pyroclasm, or do I just want them in my deck where I can draw them and cast them cleanly? Against every card in their deck except Inkmoth Nexus, the Pyroclasm is nuts. Yeah, I think I am interested in that. And I'm going to shave the other Bauble. Sorry, Bauble. Sorry, Metalcraft also. Apologies around to all the artifacts in the deck. This is a turn 1 Echo if I choose to go for it. It's pretty slow if I don't. Opponent mulled to 6. I'm going to keep. A little scary to keep a hand with shields down, but if they are of the mindset that I'm a faster, more busted combo deck than them, then maybe they won't keep just an aggressive Listener Elf plus Pump Spells hand. And if they don't keep a hand like that, then I get time to sculpt. Right, they went to 5. Put the fear in them. Please don't cast Glistener Elf. Okay, that one's fine. Oh. I don't think I want to slam this. Not yet. I'm going to Volcanic Island and Lotus Petal. And that's the turn. Ooh, maybe I should have sandbagged the Lotus Petal, because, like, just a Grape Shot for 3 against Infect can sometimes just win the game. Just kill 3 creatures, then they can't do anything anymore. Brainstorm. Brainstorm after their land drop, so couldn't shuffle if they wanted to here. Oh, that's a very honest attack with Noble Hierarch, not representing Flusterstorm, Spell Pierce, whatever. They're doing it with their other mana, but giving up on it on representing 2 pieces of interaction. Let's just EI grind the opponent. Izzet deck, let's go. Come on, Flusterstorm this. I dare you. Nice. Chrome, or I think I want the land. Land in hand, Chromox on the bottom, exile Lotus Petal. Play the petal. And I'll just pass the turn here. Any turn they don't have an infect creature in play, I just don't have to respect anything they're doing. There are like weird situations where Noble Hierarch can do enough damage that the pump spells are lethal. But I don't think we're in one of those. I'm just going to bury this opponent with EI while they sit on their measly Flusterstorm. I already have an Echo. If I get 2, then one of them's going to resolve. But Brainstorm's also a really good card. I'll take the backup Echo and put Brainstorm on the bottom, exile Lotus Petal. I could have cast Brainstorm this turn as well, but with another EI in my hand, I like just hanging out here. I imagine a capable Storm Wizard. Okay, look, at 5 mana, they stopped attacking. They have Force of Will. I imagine a capable Storm Wizard would have found the way to just punch through whatever by now, but I'm a blue player. Let me cast my 3 EIs out of Storm. Okay, I don't need a 3rd Echo in my hand. That's too much. I think I want Pyroclasm in my hand. If I play Burgie, it's going to cost me 2 Lotus Petals, but I don't really care about that in big picture. But I'll put Pyroclasm in hand, Echo on the bottom, exile Burgie. And then Burgie can either eat this Force of Will or just resolve. And I can force back if I want to, depending on how much interaction I think they have in their hand. If they have double force blue card, I'm in trouble. Do I fight my fight here? I'm going to try to win. Yeah, let's go. Force pitching Echo. Burgie resolves. Let's party. They were Brainstorm locked. Like, they Brainstorm, didn't shuffle, and then had nothing else going on for a while there. Is there a Burning Wish to pop off in between here? I could just Pyroclasm. Yeah, I'll do that. Get this Noble Hierarch out of the way. And then blue, Echo. I'll leave a blue in the pool because the Burgie will make a new red anyway. Force back up. I don't think I want to back up with Force. I think I'd rather just play Narset. I could pitch Force to Chromox to do that. I think I might as well. Like, my blue card situation isn't great. Exile Force, play Narset. He spent a Force of Will on that. That's a deal. Now I Echo again. Blue, 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 blue. Go. Did I spin them into double Force? They're Force pitch to Force, so there's one less Force in their deck as we go around the Echo train here. And another Narset. On this one, I don't even have to pitch to Chrome Mox to get. Oh, is my opponent dead? Yes. They're actually just dead with force backup, so I'm not going to even cast this Narset. I can just wish for Tendrils, and I have black off of Opal and Petal. Burning Wish. Oh, they have another force. But so do I. Force pitching Daze. Force pitching Force. Oh wait, I should have force pitching Narset because I could hard cast the other force and still do everything else I want to do. I have so much mana. Luckily, it's not going to matter. Tendrils. Make black and black. Light you up. Storm is greater than your life total. And then double it. We got the GGs in the chat. That was a fun showcase of the Izzet side of the deck. Just EI, go off with tons of protection. Sweet. I like it. On to the next one. This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and every other format you'll see on this channel. They have multiple customizations so you can view your deck how you want. Text view, stacks, grid, custom grouping by type, subtype, color, light mode, dark mode. However you want to see your deck, they can provide it for you. My favorite feature is you can choose your set printing, make the deck look exactly how you want it to. The deck screen features expandable sections that show you what tokens your deck makes, your recent change history to the deck, stats about mana curve and opening hand distribution, mana cost distribution. You can deal out sample hands and even play test the deck. Island Ponder. You know I'm keeping this one. This site has everything. Follow me on Moxfield.com to keep up with decks I'm playing for the channel and what I'm up to in paper. I'll see you there. On the draw in round 3, with another one of these slow EI Narset hands, I'm going to try it. Oh no. We have some sort of probably red prison. Chalice on 1 is not a big deal, but Trinisphere is a huge deal. Oh. Or I could just... Oh, I can't LED. I'm one mana short of Echoing. I can Scalding Tarn, Mox Opal, LED. And the Scalding Tarn at least gives me blue mana if I need it. And we'll see what their follow-up is. If it's Trinisphere, we've got a game. If it's Rabblemaster or Blood Moon, I'm gonna keep jamming. Alright, it's a Rabblemaster variant. Big ol' squee. We're going to Echo next turn, and then see where the game goes. Chrome Mox. Okay. Can I get Narset into play before I Echo? Chrome Mox gives me 2 extra mana. I'm going to Chrome Mox pitching the Expressive Iteration. That's about to leave anyway. And I can play my land, which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I'm 1 short of Echoing with Narset in play, but if Narset comes up with a mana, if I minus Narset and it hits a mana source, any Lotus Petal or Mox Opal, Chrome Mox doesn't do it. Oh, bummer. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should just take the sure thing on the spin. Let's do a count. 1, 2, 6. Yeah, there's actually only 6 hits that get me where I want to go with that. All right, yeah, I'm not going to do it. And I am going to fetch basic in case I spin them into Blood Moon and they get another turn. Guess I should use my Mox Opal in case I don't end up with more artifacts after this. Burning Wish. Get Echo. Blue, 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 blue. And let's go. There's Narset, another Echo, or another Wish. Yeah, this actually didn't go anywhere good. Shit. Not great. Blue, blue, colorless. Give me a Narset. I'll use her for the card. Probably going to attack her anyway. Grab Burning Wish. And pass the turn. I do have Force of Will, which should buy me some time here. Ooh, Chrome Mox is the type of thing that lets them double spell in a turn. We'll Force of Will that and hope they don't have 2 of them. Blood Moon, that one's fine. I fetched my basic. Did that on purpose. Putting some damage on Narset. Makes sense. Expressive Iteration. I could just play Narset. I could Burning Wish for Pyroclasm. That actually sounds pretty good. If I Burning Wish... Yeah, I'm going to Burning Wish for Pyroclasm, clean up this board, and then buy myself some time to operate. Zoop. Away they go. I'm still worried about Trinisphere, but if they had one, they would have played it. The Blood Moon is whatever. Blood Moon is denying them more mana than it is me. Hazoret the Fervent. My god. Currently can't attack, but they can activate it. Oh no, they're 1 mana short. Alright, Hazoret is big money. Lotus Petal turns on Mox Opal. I think I want a Narset to start. Or what does Burning Wish do here? Not enough. Yeah, not enough is the answer. Here's Narset. I activate her. Brainstorm, there is Chalice in play, so that doesn't work. I'll get Lotus Petal and then cast Expressive Iteration. All right, I need to Petal first. Turn on my Opal. Iteration. Burgi, hell yeah. Burgi in hand. Ancient Tomb on the bottom, exile Lotus Petal, and play that. And I'm just going to pass the turn and try to win next turn. They have 3 cards in hand. They got to get down to 1 if they want to attack with Hazoret. It dealt 2 to me. All right, they're down to 1 card. No, that was your last card. No, that was very obviously the draw for turn, or it would have been in play 2 turns ago. Yikes. All right, and Hazoret, it has me on a 1-turn clock here. Oh, they attacked Narset instead, though. Sweet relief. Okay, Burgi already costs 3, so this is a freebie. Cast Burgi. And then I can Burning Wish for Shattering Spree and set up a thing for next turn. Man, fucking Trinisphere. All right, let's just figure this out. Burning Wish. Yes, get Shattering Spree. And pass the turn. Cool thing about Shattering Spree is Chalice can copy the original one, but all the copies resolve. And Replicate locks in the cost of the spell before Trinisphere checks it. So I can just spend 3 mana to destroy mostly their whole board here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That I have to pay that. And if I just take out the Chalice and the Trinisphere, I don't need to get super greedy. Destroy Chalice, replicate twice. I'm going to make copies destroying Chalice and Trinisphere. Trinisphere is gone, Chalice is gone, and I get a red. Time to brainstorm into playing this game. Brainstorm, save me. Found Echo. I cannot get it in the graveyard. I have 1, 2, blue, blue. If I put back Burgi and Overmaster, I can play my land. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 short. Yeah, I'm 1 short. Okay, what do I need to do? Is there a Horn of Harnfell in my future? I can get to 5 mana. If I put back Echo and Overmaster, I can go land, Lotus Petal, Harnfell from Hellbent. And I chump block Hazoret and then try to win from 3 life without Burgi around. Or I could just jump with Burgi, play my other Burgi next turn. And I could use Overmaster to cantrip right now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put Burgi on top of my deck. Or does that even make sense? Like, if I Echo next turn with a Horn in play, it's very hard to lose. No, I'm going to Horn this turn and then chump block. Yeah, I'll put back Overmaster and Echo. And then Lotus Petal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I could have echoed. What the fuck? What just happened in my brain? Oh, I didn't count the Burgi. Wait, 2, 3, 4. 5. The Echo was right there. I don't know what just happened in my brain. What the actual fuck, Brian? Okay. I'm gonna Horn. I could have echoed here and probably won the game immediately, but Here's my Hornfell. PDI. How did that happen? What was my brain doing that it was confused about? Okay. I have invested in next turn, which I did not need to give them. So if they just draw some way to kill Bergie. Chandra beats me. I don't know. Trinisphere probably beats me. What the hell, man? All right, just draw a land. Throw it at me, let me chump block, and then let me win. How about that? They're tapping 4 mana. They're tapping 4 mana right now. Is this Karn? Is this Chandra? Oh, Squee Dubious Monarch. That's fine. That's not fine. That also kills me. Shit. Oh, I was just dead on board. God, I'm such an idiot. Such a goddamn idiot. I don't know what happened in that counting. Like, 1, 2. I had 2 floating. I had 2 mana sources in play. Yeah, the Lotus Petal just... I think I was looking at the 2 floating and the 2 untapped mana and just thinking I have 2. Like, somehow just layering them on top of each other. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, anyone who could count to 6 would have won that game. Let's untilt and try to win this matchup that I'm sure is an easy one. Okay, Echoing Truth Pyroclasm coming in. I don't really need Overmasters. And I guess this is what I want to do. Now that they know to Chalice on 0 instead of 1, it gets a lot harder. But this is what I got. I'm going to mulligan to an Insano hand. Man, that sucks. What the fuck? This one is 1 mana short of turn 1 wheeling. Gonna mulligan. This one does not turn 1 wheel. It does turn 1 Bergie. Is that even good? Not sure if that's even good. I'm gonna mulligan. You only need 2 cards in your hand to win this matchup. Go to 4. This one at least has Force of Will in it. But I'm on 4. Do I just go to 3, chase it to the bottom? This is a 3-card hand. We just can't get it to line up here. 2 is my last chance. I could literally mulligan to Lion's Eye Diamond Echo, but it has to be exactly those 2 cards. What happens if I keep this one? Nothing, I just lose. Alright, going to 2. And still aren't there. Fuck. Yeah, punted game 1, mulliganed into shit game 2. Can't be mad at anyone for this matchup. Like, I did this to myself. What do I even keep? How does this even work? I guess I have to keep the LED. And get rid of... Like, do I keep Burning Wish or mana? I guess I keep mana. That sucks every ass. Sorry, Tony. Tony, every time I play for Tony, he gives me a grade where he's like, A on effort, B- on play. I just got an F for the play grade. Just couldn't count to 6. Chalice on 0, okay. And unlicensed hearse. Alright. Echo off the top, let's go. Force of Will, perfect. Okay. They're not exactly blazing out here. Echo. Fucking Chalice. I mean, this is why mulligan's so hard. Chalice on 0 just bricks me. Now they can attack. Echo still does something here. Echo. Echo. Now I can Force of Will. Alright, well, gotta force that one if I'm ever gonna play the game. Taking 4. Echo. Echo. The 2 baubles, sure. And I have 1 more draw step. Echo. Echo. Shit. Alright. Yeah, that was really bad. Just something misclicked in my brain where I could not count to 4. I was just convinced I had 2 mana in play, not 4, and obviously could have easily echoed that turn. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna shake that one off. Sorry to Tony and all the watchers for having to endure that. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the draw in round 4, and this hand does not do what I need it to do. Gonna mulligan. There is a land here and force blue card. Keep this on the strength of Brainstorm or Narset. I'm gonna keep this one. Let's go. And I'm gonna send, I think it's Burgi to the bottom. Narset is my Burgi this game. We're trying the mono blue half of the deck. After mulling to 2 last game, I'm gonna play into the blue cards here. A Mishra's Bauble. Our nightmare matchup. Oh, never mind. It's the Epic Storm. We're good. This is a Veil of Summer deck, which I gotta watch out for. I'm gonna Scalding Tarn and pass. I'm not gonna Brainstorm right now. Now that I drew a land, Seagate Restoration is a reasonable pitch to Force of Will. They saw the Lotus Petal off Mishra's Bauble, so they know I'm some sort of combo deck. And now that I've shown blue mana, hopefully they think it's a Storm Mirror and just shove with no protection. Oh, wow. Never mind. This might be like Grixis Doomsday or something. All right, it's not the Epic Storm. Fascinating. Overmaster. I am happy to see that card. I probably should have shocked in Seagate here to cast my Brainstorm with a fetch land still up. We'll see if I get punished. Never punished. If I... Let's see. I could just play Narset right now with Force Backup. I don't really want to lose 2 cards to a Chrome Mox. And Lion's Eye Diamond is one of the more important cards. I guess I lose a card forever to Lotus Petal. All right, I'm going to put back Chrome Mox and one of the petals. And then I'll pass the turn. And then next turn I can protect Narset with Force of Will and then Overmaster out the Echo that I'm 100% to find off of my Narset activation. Don't check the math on that. Jesus Christ, remember that time I had 4 mana in play and looked at my hand that had 2 mana in it and said I don't have 6? What the fuck? All right, I'm going to shuffle. I don't want an extra Lotus Petal here. Mishra's Bauble, okay. Lotus Petal. Blue, colorless. Narset part or Veils? Urgency Brainstorm in response. Oh, they probably have Lightning Bolt. Still doing it. Force of Will, Expressive Iteration. I'm going to take the Expressive Iteration to play Bauble and Bauble my opponent. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Yeah, this is... I think this is Tempo Doomsday. I am going to play my Lion's Eye Diamond so it doesn't get discarded. And then I'll just pass the turn. Unholy Heat is not lethal, but the Baleful Strix does finish it off. That's fine. I have EI. Alright, it might not be Doomsday at all. It might just be some Grixis Tempo deck. That's looking more likely. Yeah, that's a good reason to kill Narset. I have the Burning Wish with the Overmaster. I can get an Echo off here. I hope. Channeler. And him to Turok. Yikes. I'm going to force this pitching Expressive Iteration and hope they don't force me back. Alright, cool. I'm going to shock in Seagate Reborn. Cast Burning Wish. Get Echo of Eons. And then I'm going to cast Overmaster. And we'll take a spin. Guess I technically want to float blue in response to Overmaster. Okay. Going for a Force of Will. Let's hope you don't have 2 of those, because this is my only plan. Echo. Okay. It resolved, and I drew no fast mana. Yeah, this version of the deck definitely is trying to slog a lot harder than the other version is. 2 DRCs with a Bauble. Good chance they end up with Delirium before this combat step. Just missing a sorcery or creature. Ponder gets them there. Him to Turok gets them there. They don't even have a good line to another Echo here. Oh, they're also a Wasteland deck. Yikes. 4 puts me to 9. 3, 6, 7 puts me to 2. So I can't use Ancient Tomb this turn unless I'm going to win. They started this turn with 0 graveyard, and they currently have 9 cards in it. That's awesome. 4 damage in. 6 cards in their hand still, despite putting 9 cards into their graveyard. What a deck. I could cast Burgi, So this is probably also a lightning bolt deck. Probably just have to brainstorm and hope it's good. It was not good. If I put back land and bauble, EI gets to play both. Is that helpful? I don't think that's helpful. Narset looking pretty bad here. Or Ancient Tomb is unusable because that puts lethal on the board exactly. And Fetch Land's not good either. But because that turns off Force of Will. Alright. I guess maybe this is too many Burgies. And Burgie is the one I would rather start a turn with between these two options. Bauble, get a mana. Unholy Heat Burgie in response, and it is a full-size one. Left their card on top. You hate to see it. Alright, what is this card you left on top? Tell me about it. It's Daze, okay. Do I want to Overmaster now? I'll try it. I'm getting desperate. I don't have LED or Echo, so it's not like one draw step can save me here. Alright, brainstorming into the Daze. Using the Daze on this is great because it flushes out the Daze. But I'm also super effing dead. I need to Expressive Iteration next turn into Echo and LED, and they need to resolve, and then my opponent needs to not draw any counter spells, and I need to kill them at 1. And they can't also draw Lightning Bolt ever. Cool. And I can't force this back because they have 7 power in play. Remember when Tony said we struggle with tempo decks, and this is just a tempo deck that added Hymn to Turok to it? Made it even worse. Jace Vryn's Prodigies in this deck, that rules. Yep, Hymn to Turok's gonna happen. Go ahead, my hand sucks anyway, don't even care. They took my Force Blue card. It's like I countered the Hymn without spending a life. Well, halfway there. Narset, save me. Find an LED. Spin up an LED. LED. Oh, there's an LED. Okay, Lion's Eye Diamond in my hand. Chrome Mox. Exile Narset. LED. Your hand is nothing. Your hand is nothing. Your hand is nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Wow, that was so lucky that your hand that you've been sculpting for the last 2 turns straight had a counterspell in it. Unreal. Yeah, this matchup seems awful. And now they're going to have Pyroblast as well. And Hydroblast. What do I even do? Do you bring in Leyline against this sort of deck to stop the Delirium, stop the Murktides? Jace Vryn's Prodigy is also a card in this deck that cares about the graveyard. It seems like having Force of Will in my deck against the deck with Daze and Pyroblast is going to hurt me more than it helps me, but I guess on the play. But like you can't even protect an Echo with that. I think I want to cut my forces and rely on Overmaster. And I can add a Pyroclasm to the deck, which might sometimes kill creatures, especially if I have a Leyline. I just have to find one more card here. Alright, let's do it. I would much rather be mono red against this deck for sure. I will keep this hand and hope the Leyline cheese strat works. Let's bauble you. Let's see where this goes. An Expressive Iteration on top. I could Burning Wish for something here. Does that do anything? I have 1, 2, 3 mana. Yeah, that's not enough to really do anything. I'm going to play Seagate tapped. They are a Wasteland deck, and that sucks, but I kind of want to sculpt towards a Galvanic Relay. Yep, Wasteland. What's up? Sure. That's why I led on the worst of the 2. I'm going to cast Narset here. And I'm not going to imprint Chrome Mox. But she's in there. My opponent is just F6'd. There's an Echo. Do I need an Echo? Or do I want EI? I can't even cast EI. Lotus Petal. I could just put Echo in hand for when it's time. Yeah, I'll take the Echo. Narset gets another activation. To find LED. Another Wasteland. Okay. That's not a winning strategy for long. Lotus Petal and Brainstorm. Lotus Petal lets me... I think I want Brainstorm here, actually. I can play this other Chrome Mox And then my my opal's on. And brainstorm, see what happens. Found a land. That's good. I don't actually want Echo if I can't do anything with it. So I'm gonna put back a Burning Wish and the Echo and pass. Now they have Pyroblast up. I'm gonna draw this Burning Wish and cast it. I'm just gonna put Galvanic Relay in my hand and try to set up a turn where I get to exile some stuff. Or do I want to empty the warrens here? I think I'd rather relay. And now they have red and black and blue. All their colors are here. I could just relay for 2. That seems real bad. I'm gonna brainstorm, see if I can get more out of this. Lion's Eye Diamond, Bergie, LED. Okay, or I said LED twice. Lotus Petal. How do I set up the biggest relay? If I put Burning Wish and Galvanic Relay on top of the deck, and I get enough mana next turn, that shuffles away my Burning Wish. But I think playing to the relay is what I need to do. Expressive Iteration, there it is. Don't show me a meltdown. Alright, Mishra's Wobble is going to see the Galvanic Relay that they've already seen. Targeted themselves and shuffled. Okay. Draw Relay. And let's cast Bergie and just pretend it's going to resolve. Or stay and play for very long afterwards. I should have played Lotus Petal first, but then I can't relay. Lotus Petal could have paid for this daze. Alright, fine. And I am short again. Next turn I can go for... I guess I could have skipped Bergie and just gone Petal LED. Relay for 3? No, that's whack though. Fireblasted my Narset in the end step. Something that storms. Okay, that does storm. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Mox. No imprint. And then let's exile 4 cards and hope they're good. And hope my opponent doesn't have Flusterstorm. But I can pay for Flusters with LEDs. My exile stack is Overmaster, Leyline, Seagate Restoration, and Echo. Okay, I have Overmaster and Echo. I think I have enough mana for both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. I can do both. And step Brainstorm. If they have a meltdown, I am out of here. But otherwise, we're going to get to do stuff, maybe. Okay, my pile can be cast. Ooh, Echo from hand. That's even better. I can play the land anytime. I'm just going to go for Overmaster and float blue in response. Or I'm not going to float blue in response. I don't want them to know that there's an Echo in my hand. Or some negation that. Okay. Alright, let's play Seagate Reborn. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Echo from exile. And there's 1 in the graveyard for next turn. There's 2 in the graveyard for next turn, actually. See if they have Surgical Extraction. Exiled a Baleful Strix, so they have a threat now. Lion's Eye Diamond from hand. I can Echo twice this turn. I think I just want to use LED. So I don't have to discard whatever comes off this Echo. Alright, let's party. I'm gonna go for Bergie. Bobble. LED. Blue. Narset. Activate Narset. Ponder, Brainstorm, Echo. I'll take the Echo. Once again, I kind of wish there was an Overmaster in the sideboard. I don't think I Echo here. I could Burning Wish for Gamble, but Force of Will doesn't get me where I'm going either. And maybe I just pass here. Don't really want to let them cast discard spells. I could Burning Wish for Gamble, Gamble for Echo, and then have 2 of them again. Right, I'm gonna wish. Yeah, Gamble, cast Gamble. Should be 1 Echo left in my deck, I hope. Yes, okay. Echo went to the graveyard, and then blue, Echo. a mana short of playing the other one also this turn. But I have just played around discard spells at least. And if this one resolves, I win because I have Narset. Force of Negation, sure. Okay, yeah, none of these Chrome Moxen can make mana, and I only have 2 floating, so that's that. And I'm gonna bobble on their turn, so I don't get my card discarded. Unholy Heat my Narset in the end step. She goes to 1, then dies to Strix. Fair enough. Bobble you now, showing me Ponder. Alright. And that Strix just 1 power chilling. Gotta say, when I queued up this league today, I thought this would be a quick one, but the grindy nature of this build lends itself to playing a super long game, turns out. Did not shuffle. Okay, let's find a Overmaster on top of the deck. Double Unholy Heat. Can't get Delirium. Leyline doing work. Overmaster. Overmaster. Brainstorm, go. Find Overmaster. I did find Overmaster. Is that what I want to do? I can put back Brainstorm Overmaster and then go Chrome Mox Galvanic Relay. I guess I could also... No, I can't keep Chrome Mox and cast a spell this turn. All right. I'm going to put back Brainstorm and Overmaster and then Chrome Mox and Relay for 3, exiling the Brainstorm and the Overmaster. And hope they don't find Graveyard Hate this turn. Grind, grind, grind. Overmaster, Brainstorm, and Scalding Tarn in my can be played from exile next turn zone. Attacking me for 1. Pyroclasm, probably not casting that. I'm gonna go with Overmaster to start. Ooh, Through Lion's Eye Diamond. A piece of candy, as the Family Guy generation says. And make blue, 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 and cast this uncounterable Echo of Eons. Okay, now what? I can put Bergie into play and then do more stuff. Ancient Tomb, Bergie, Lion's Eye Diamond, get a trigger. They kill Bergie in response. I can Brainstorm, get another trigger. Lotus Petal trigger. Then Brainstorm from exile. There are no echoes left in my deck. Can cast Narset here. I could also Horn. I think it's time to Horn, but Horn gets hit by Daze. Maybe I Horn next turn. Put back Seagate Restoration and Narset, and then go for Narset here. Narset at least doesn't get dazed. Aeroblast, sure. And I'm gonna pass the turn. We stay grinding. Opponent still has 7 cards in their hand. Still cracking fetches. Some 7 mana spells, just 3/3 Murktide. Hell yeah. Good stuff. That's the phase of the game we find ourselves in. And I'm a fan of it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can Horn or I can Narset. I think I want to Horn. Arnfell, Horn of Bounty. Are we in business? We are not in business. Okay, I boarded out all my forces, so I think I'm just gonna take 4 here. I'm gonna offer the trade with Murktide, actually. Like, I'm good at grinding, and they're under Leyline. Yeah, they value the Murktide more than my Bergie right now. But I thought... Oh, this is also only game 2. Jesus. 7 minutes on my clock. Took my 2 Brainstorms. Narset's still chilling. EI. Exiled a Ponder to EI. Another DRC. Alright, yeah, their foot's on the gas now. Been to him to Turok. Kept another card. I gotta imagine their hand is forced blue card now. And a scrappy medium-sized Tendrils is pretty good here, because their life total's low and we're in a race. There's the Seagate Restoration I knew about. Blue, blue. Am I dead anyway and should cast Ancient Tomb? Is that a true fact? Yes. I can either kill them and or remove Murktide, or I can't, and that's the whole game right now. Narset activation. Yep, let's go. Find me something good. Expressive Iteration could still get us there. Blue mana has been used. Right, EI. What do I need? A Burning Wish? I did not need another Narset. Can I horn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can horn with nothing floating. Okay. Bergie to hand. Narset sees 4 cards. Bergie sees 2. But if those 2 go anywhere, and it's 5 mana versus 3, yeah, Narset's actually better here. Okay, Narset in hand. Bergie on the bottom. Exile Mox Opal. Float blue. Play my other Opal. Make blue. Make another Narset. Use that other floating colorless. Thanks, Ancient Tomb. And I gotta find Burning Wish now, and it all has to resolve. Activate Narset. Let's go. Let's go. Overmaster. That's a rebuy. Overmaster. All right, cycle this one for free. Come on, Burning Wish. Burning Wish. Ancient Tomb, no. And we are just dead. GG's. Yeah, that was wild. That game 2 was insane. And yeah, this matchup is hell. But that ley line really gave us a fighting chance. It's turn 13, and I just, whiffed on seeing, what was that, 8, 10 cards? And they could still have force in their hand. They did keep one of the cards off their surveil. They might still be sitting on something over there. But yeah, Burning Wish. Ah, the next card! Okay. It was the next card. And Storm is plenty to get that done. All right, GG's. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop, and be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. I'm on the play in the final round. I have a turn 2 Narset. I'm going to keep... Yeah, without Defense Grid in the deck, I'm just really feeling the squeeze of what this Izzet build is trying to do. Like, a hand like this is not really keepable in the mono red version, but what are we mulling for? Like a Force of Will that our own LED discards before our spell resolves? Not super interested in that. I'm just going to Scalding Tarn go. A basic island. Okay. That was great. Now I get to cast Narset without losing my Mox Opal, or my Lotus Petal. And I also get to play around Daze, which I don't think is a card in their deck. But I guess anything's possible. Yeah, I don't have 5 mana here. I have 4, so even like a Galvanic Relay for 5 isn't an option. Just slap this Narset on the stack. Force of Negation, Pitching Ponder. You got it. I'm going to bobble you and then pass the turn. Your own Narset. Bummer. I would love to draw Lion's Eye Diamond right now. Immediately. Ancient Tomb. What does that do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me Galvanic Relay for 2. Yikes. Yeah, losing that bobble cost me mana, but like I have the same amount of mana because I drew Ancient Tomb. Is there any good card I can get here? Next turn I could empty the Warrens. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Island go and hope this Narset doesn't obliterate me. Might have to make an ugly little empty. There's your Narset. Narset is producing... Tell me like a Swords of Plowshares or some shit, that doesn't matter. Alright, Spell Pierce. That's good to know. And it's not currently active. Okay, that's extra Storm. I'm in. Guess we're just emptying the Warrens and hoping it's good enough. Burning Wish. I'm doing this before dumping out all my mana. I don't want them to know what I'm capable of here. This is a good counter anyway, but let's hope they don't do it. Shit. Sad, another Force of Will. Alright. We're in trouble, team. Force pitching the Spell Pierce we just saw. I guess I will play my land and pass the turn and just get buried by Narset. Also Teferi. That one matters a lot less. It turns off all my forces, but most of my deck's already off. The Brainstorms, the Ponder, the Echoes, all not options right now. I need a Burning Wish, Expressive Iteration, Bergie, my own Narset. Those are the cards I'm looking for right now. Bouncing my Mox Opal seems loose. That's just free Storm. Probably better to bounce nothing. And activate Narset. Finding a brainstorm. Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. Just gonna land and go. Hold back my Mox Opal for future storm. Plus Teferi, cast Brainstorm. There's a Ponder. Just gonna shuffle away the Brainstorm cards. Did not shuffle. And still missed a land drop. So they have 6 spells in their hand. This league has been rough. Yeah, I definitely have concerns about slowing down your Turbo Storm deck to be an EI deck when there are real EI decks in the format everywhere. Decks that are actually built with coherent plans based around EI. And I would still take EI. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Well, sure. No, I'm good. We could go to the next one. Yeah, double Force of Will into Echo on my own turn with Narset. Brutal. Is there a sideboard plan here? I guess Echoing Truth can come in. Probably over one of the baubles. And that's what I got. Let's do it. On the play, so close. If one of these cards at random was Echo, I guess it is. All right, I'm just going to pitch EI to cast Burning Wish, and then we'll set up a turn 2 uncounterable Echo. Romox, let's go. This line also dies to Prismatic Ending, which I just hope is not in their deck anymore at this point. But we'll find out together. Also, if they just force the Burning Wish, they could stop all my plans. Yep. Roll to 6, force pitching Counterspell. Wow, what a sicko. What sicko plays Counterspell in Legacy? Quink. Oh no. And there's my answer to that card. Alright, well I can't cast 2 spells in a turn anyway. Might as well Overmaster. Make a land drop. Well, folks, this has been a fun league. And a blue-white control deck with Counterspell and Deafening Silence in it. What sicko would devise such a thing? Who put this technology out into the world? The Echoing Truth is in my deck somewhere. Okay, I'll make my land drop and pass. At 7 is so much. I've been eyeing up this Seagate Restoration the whole league. Never even close to casting it. Not even close to close. I'd be pretty happy to force a Narset here. Even Teferi kind of sucks because it just Stone Rains my Chromox forever. Ugh. So it's now or never on the force. So might as well do it. I might have ignored that if Chromox wasn't just full strip mine. Okay, that's a spell. Ooh, those are lots of good spells actually. Put back Lion's Eye Diamond and the backup Narset. Make my land drop. Next turn I'll have Narset in hand and then a backup Narset if they deal with that one. There's their spell for the turn. Get Volcanic Island and play Narset. Do you have Pyroblast? You do. Okay. That's why I kept the second Narset. God. Yep. Found Force of Will. Okay. Is your other card blue, and do you care about Narset? Those are my follow-up questions to you. Non-creature spell. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can get 2 spells here. Cast Burgie. Maybe I should have led on Narset because Burgie can attack their Narset. I might have just messed this up. Just hope the other card isn't blue. Damn it. Alright, Force Pitching Force. Well, at least I get to resolve a Narset, but Burgie might have been the better card here. Bang. Alright, you're Hellbent. I'm not. We both have Narset. Let's get weird. Ponder doesn't work. I guess I'll take Lotus Petal. No, is that true? I mean, they're all bad. I'll take Ponder. I have to remove these things from play anyway. And Ponder does still have text. I can at least look at my top 3 cards, decide if I like them. Very disappointing. That kills my Chrome Mox. But they don't get to draw a card, at least. Should probably just plus. Nope. Alright. Didn't get to draw a card. Not that bad. Mana's not really my gate right now. Digging out of all these hate pieces is my gate right now. Ooh. Activate Narset. Burning Wish and Lion's Eye Diamond. I could Burning Wish for Void Snare and work my way out of at least the Deafening Silence, or at least try. Burning Wish in my hand. And let's cast it. Gonna need this eventually. Take this Void Snare and pass the turn. Their hand is empty. If they have a Mystic Sanctuary in their deck, they can use it now. And then I have to work through that. We could just put Force of Will on top of the deck. Or put the Red Blast on top, clear my Narset. But that seems worse than Force of Will. Okay, it wasn't Mystic Sanctuary at all. Cool. They don't currently have any face-up way to gain additional advantage. Their Planeswalkers have been spent. One mystery card in hand. The problem with Void Snare is if I go for it and then Expressive Iteration doesn't deliver, I am in all sorts of trouble. I'm going to try. Void Snare into EI. Let's get a couple cards bent. This is where they show me the counterspell they drew. Blue-red. Expressive Iteration. Yep, they did. All right, well, at least that one wasn't quite so bad. I will cast this Chrome Mox, and do I put Ponder under it? I don't think I even do. No. All right, maybe I didn't need to cast that Chrome Mox. Time to Ponder, just to look. Okay, Bergie is among the best cards that I could have. Shame about that Red Blast. Or Blue Blast. There's the Silence. One mystery card in their hand again. And they keep ripping hot. I think I want Creature Bergie to attack these Planeswalkers more than I want Horn. Because I can't cast 2 spells on a turn anyway. Off we go. Just have like 2 bad cards in your hand. How about that? No good cards. None at all. They're tapping white mana. Oh no. Prismatic Ending still in your deck and also in your hand right now. Sheesh. Well, they need to show me a win condition. Fairy Plus again. Good call. They learned from last time that they don't get cards. Lion's Eye Diamond. Might as well put it into play. Yeah, Bergie is the way I play this game. I'm sure they have like a Shark Typhoon or Timeless Dragon somewhere in here. We've also seen Days Undoing, which is way less good now than it was last game. Second D-Silence share. Joke's on you, I couldn't beat the first one. And Echoing Truth was my out anyway, so the second one doesn't matter. I'm going to stop playing out my artifacts because I have plenty of mana right now, and if I draw the Echoing Truth, I'm going to want to be able to storm out. Teferi's going for the world record, currently at 8. Continue passing the turn. End step Ponder, yeah. Teferi breaking the Deafening Silence parity and the Narset parity. Basically cheating. Oh, they're tapping mana. Oh, that's a real card. Okay, I'm ready to concede. There's one card in my deck that does anything at this point, and Jace can stop me from drawing it. We're good. I don't need to waste everybody's time. Tough league with Izzet EPIC Gamble. Obviously, there was that one game where I just like completely brain short-circuited and couldn't count to 6, and that one's on me. The rest of the matches, though, we won one of them, and then we just got picked apart by counter magic. The classic issue of sculpting a game plan around Echo of Eons and then spinning your opponent into a fresh hand of counter magic came up multiple times. That's why the Epic Storm stopped playing discard spells and started playing for Veil of Summer. That's why the mono red version of Epic Gamble plays Defense Grid instead of any of the other options. Just gridding up or bailing up and knowing that if the Echo resolves, you get to just go. But doing all that work to get an Echo, many of the Echoes that resolved required putting 2 or more into the graveyard and firing off the second one. It only really works if you have Narset, which is a significantly less stable or efficient card than Defense Grid or Veil of Summer are. I can see why Tony doesn't play this one compared to the mono red version. I have a lot of respect for the mono red version. It's always in my like top 3 decks for local tournaments. If I want to come out of left field and surprise people with something I'm doing, that's always on my mind. I can say that this version of the deck, although it does a lot of things that I like cast Expressive Iteration and use Narset to grind, this deck will not be on my mind for future local events. I do appreciate the staying power. Like, we played a lot of very long games, and the fact that Narset and EI can dig when you're under something like another Narset or a Deafening Silence or whatever is really impressive, but it comes at the cost of caring about those cards at all. I just kind of like the versions, the more all-in versions that are just not pretending they can really answer those cards, but also much more likely to win before they matter. I think that's the way to go with a deck like this. If you want to go into this middle range with card selection and more interaction, you probably just want to be on the Epic Storm Red Nauseam Tendrils. And that's how I feel about that. Tony, thank you for submitting this deck. I'm looking forward to playing more versions of it. Even though this league wasn't a success, I still had fun, still learned a lot. Congrats again on your recent top 8 of the Legacy Pit Open. Everybody else, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon and the other stuff that helps the channel in the video description. And I'll see you next time.